What's up, guys? It's Matt back with the Investments Group. We're going to go over the top stock picks for this week for the 28th. So, first of all, I'm going to start with the picks we had last week. We had two great picks last week. If you go back to the video last week, this is IEA. And if we look back here on the 21st, which is Monday, and we take a look and see our progress here on IEA, we called this one out last week. We can see it's up over 40% since Monday of this week. So this was a real boomer that we called out last week. The other one was Dtil. This is another one, a bioscience company. And since the 21st, which is Monday, we can see that it's done about, even with this drop on Friday, 16%, about 16, 17%. So picks last week were great, and we're going to go over a couple more that are great this week. Here we go. So the first one is going to be YRCW. This is a transport company, and they do LTL freight all over, the United States. And as you can see, it's had consistent growth from the past few months, for the whole year, really. And it has this trend to go up and pull back, a little bit higher, pull back, a little bit lower lows, higher highs. So as you can see, it's at a decent spot here to take a little position and see what happens. We can expect probably maybe 35, 40%. So we could buy in somewhere around here, set our stop loss down here, and let this thing ride and see what happens. As you can see, usually it has a tendency to just stagnate for a while, a couple weeks or so. So we need to factor that in here and give it time to grow. So that's a nice one that I'm looking at. Next one's going to be SESN. Now this is a bioscience company, which I'm not thrilled about bioscience companies, but this one that I'm liking the trend, and from the research I've done, it's a decent company. It is a little cheaper though. You have to be mindful. It's only $1 stock, so it is kind of like a penny stock. So it has more volatility possibility. But as you can see, it had this big drop here all of a sudden, and we're back to the SMA line, which could be a decent buy. As you can see, we started consolidating a little bit, and we still haven't pushed above the 50-day SMA, or the EMA, but we can wait and see if it does start to push up and then come back, and that would be a good place to buy in, set our stop loss, and see what we can do. So this is another one to watch out for this week, possibility. Still kind of in the consolidation phase. The next one is SPCE. SPCE. This is Virgin Galactic Holdings. Okay. This one is an aerospace company. You can see it's had its ups and downs. It's not really volatile, but it does move, which I like. We need to have something that's moving in order to make money. So we can see it's really pushed up the past few months, and now it's come back to this green SMA line, the 200 SMA. And it has pushed back up, and it is pulled back to a decent spot where we can take a position and let this thing ride just like before. We see we have about a 25% increase possibility, and then we have about maybe 8% or 9% stop loss down here, maybe even lower. So yeah, that's over 2 to 1 ratio for our stop loss compared to profit. And this is just I like the pattern. The Virgin Galactic is a great company. So that's the one we're looking at again. The next one's going to be NGS. It's a natural gas service group. Same thing here. We have had consistent growth through the past couple months. We've pulled back to a nice price point where we can take a position that's at a lower price and see if this thing keeps continuing, because you don't want to buy up here and then have it fall, and then you're kicking yourself like, oh, I should have bought, a little lower. Even though it might go back up in the future, you're still going to have to wait that however long it is before you get your money back, before you even start making money from that first dip. So as you can see, it has continually pushed up and pulled back, so this would be a great spot to set our take a position here. And another one is It's Costco, basically. Great company. They do food and stuff, bulk warehouse shipments and whatnot. It's had consistent growth. It's pulled back to a great spot where we could take a position. Same thing. Basically, it's kind of on sale at the moment, and Costco's a great company, so I really don't have any worries about that one. But you never know, though. Things can trail off, but you have to you still have to keep mindful of your risk on these. And let's see, one more here. It's gonna be REPL. This is a Repline group. They do, if you go over here, they're another biotech company, which I'm not thrilled about, but I do once in a while use the bios because of the setups they have. But you can see this one is a little bit more volatile, but we've pulled back to a position where there could be some support there at that line. And we did get a big bounce here on Thursday, last Thursday, and we pulled back on Friday right to that line, the SMA, 50 SMA. And it's a great spot where we can, take our position and hope that it's going to be, that's going to hold there and continue upwards. And we set our stop loss down there. Another one that I like the pattern, like the company. And the last one we're going to go over here is more of a, just to keep an eye on is BABA, Baba, Alibaba. It's a Chinese company and they sell a bunch of junk. But they had, on Friday, I believe, the China did an investigation and they had this huge drop, over 13% in one day. They did an investigation, an antitrust investigation from China or something. So we've had this massive drop off, which is a great buying opportunity once this thing starts to stabilize. As you can see, we have consistent growth. It has been downtrending for a while. It might downtrend even more. We might even come back to around here, down here at the 215 mark, maybe even lower. But we can keep an eye on this one and see if it starts to consolidate, or if we start to drop even lower and we can get it at a better price point, because this is a good company. Unless some other news comes out that's really, really bad, or they did something illegal or whatever, then we have to, we probably wouldn't be investing in that. But they have quite the reputation of, growth. So we can wait and see what happens and take our position for a great price than what it would have been up here. So those are the ones I got for this week, guys. If you got any questions about the Thinkorswim platform, let me know. I'm gonna be going over some other stuff this week, maybe, or next week about the platform, and we'll have the stock list out again next week. So I'll see you guys.